I'm Renee Berthollet. Welcome to Tailoring for the Visual Learner. Today, we're going to talk about interfacing. Interfacing provides strength, security, and prevents stretching in a garment. Many modern garments are made with fusible interfacing, which bonds to the fabric with heat-activated glue. In custom garments, however, these two fabrics are sewn together. This can be done by machine or, for even more control, by hand. If you do sew the fabrics together, make sure that your stitches are 1/8 of an inch outside the stitching line. Hand flatlining is better for the vest because it allows some room for the wool to stretch over the years. Most tailors nowadays, though, use fusible interfacing. When using fusible, make sure to stay within the stitching lines so it doesn't bulk up your seam allowances. Before you interface the vest front, however, make sure that your vest pockets, buttons, and center front line are clearly and precisely thread marked. Once we put in the interfacing, you won't be able to see your stitching lines, so you need those traced to the outside. The next step is to tape the vest edge. This is sometimes done with fusible stay tape, but traditionally it's done with 1/4 inch wide twill tape. 1/2 inch twill tape will also work. Sewing on the tape by hand will give you more control than if you do it by machine. If your vest has a neck extension, like you see here, it should first be sewn together and pressed open. If there's no neck extension, you can tape the vest front separately and overlap the tape at center back. As for materials, all you need is your twill tape, the needle, and thread. Cut one piece of twill tape long enough to go across the hem of the vest, up the front, and around the neck ×2 for the other side. Make sure to leave a few extra inches for seam allowance, easing, and shrinkage. Soak the twill tape in cool water and wash with soap by hand. Rinse thoroughly. Next, protect your ironing surface with a cloth and iron the tape to shrink and dry the cotton. If there's dye coming out, repeat the process until the tape presses clean. You don't want any dye coming off on your fashion fabrics or onto the pressing table. When your twill tape is prepped, start at the bottom of the side seam inside the stitching line and lay the twill tape loose to the corner. Miter the corner and then keep it flat from the point of the hem to the center front. Distribute a 1/4 inch of ease along the front edge. Then keep it flat through the neck opening and ease slightly around the back of the neck. Repeat this on the other side. Once you're all pinned, you'll go ahead and baste the twill tape into place. I like to use silamide thread since it's pre-waxed and it doesn't tangle easily. A basting stitch should be fast, secure, and be done in one hand motion. Baste the tape to the vest front through all layers down the center of the tape. The next step is to whip the tape on the inside. Your stitches should only catch the twill tape and the flat lining. This whip stitch should be no more than a 1/4 inch in length. You don't want to draw up the edge of the vest with aggressively tight hand stitches. Next, trim away the flat lining that goes beyond the twill tape into the seam allowance. To finish securing the twill tape, do the same type of whip stitch that catches the outside of the twill and a tiny bite of wool. These stitches should not be visible on the outside, so make sure your thread color matches perfectly. After whipping the twill tape all the way around, you're ready for the next step, which is to put in your pockets.